it's not necessary.
No.
And with the Better Earth Guerrilla, I've got a lot of more ideas for elements in a show who are more in your face also, and working with the other makers, the other artists. They're kind of a way the same as we are in life. They're more aware of we don't need that much. We recycle because most artists aren't that rich also. So we are rich in our feelings, in our fantasy, in how we create our own world. And that is not the same as we are rich in the sense of having a lot of money to make those feelings happen. And I think that's also a very great and big message to the world, that we should go over consuming less.
Exactly.
All that wanting and all that longing, and the Buddhist already longing is suffering, and detached from things. And of course, I also like nice things, but I can also find it in nature. Or in a secondhand shop, or I make something myself. But I also easily can, when I have it, spend money on something I like or love, like eating things, or a nice clothing or something like that. I'm not detached to the money, and I give it away when it's lost its how do you call it? No, not its meaning, but when it's done, I can get rid of it again. When I so the detachment and the having less and working with less makes me more creative. That's something great in a way, to show people. To show people you don't need a lot to do this or that. Now I'm also thinking I'm a vegan, but when I combine it with environmental things, I eat avocados, almonds. They don't grow here in the Netherlands. So in a way, it's not. That's
sustainability as well.
And I think it would be great when I could shift to a more to a diet who comes from the soil around me.
So way directer also.
That should be nice to develop more things like that. And I'm not I will say my battery is almost gone. I need to collect. I'm not a food developer, but I would really like to see that that there are people who are working on food that's coming from our own soils and things.
Exactly, and also especially also when you're saying your own country, your own soils, like seeing what's there. That's very important. And do you feel that what is the influence you're having on your family?
Yeah, I think it's big. Forced them. No, I forced them a bit. Sorry, I'm walking the stairs up and down.
Recharge your phone.
Yeah. So I can get some energy, so we can talk further. Yeah, I already said it. I'm the cook in the house most of the time. So what I serve, they have to eat or not. And in the beginning, there was we had cheese. I didn't eat it, but the children ate it. Ad doesn't like it, so he didn't want it. But when there are alternatives, and I was looking for alternatives, and looking something they like, and when you have that, then it's okay. So they didn't want it anymore. The children now say when they are going to a party or on a scouting camp or something like that, they say, I'm vegetarian. At first they didn't say that, and they ate meat because they didn't want to fall out of the group.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't want to be the difficult one or the one that wasn't,
or there isn't something for them, and that's the part I think that's most hard. They're both teenagers, and like in fashion, for example, they would like to buy everything they like, and they had the money. But I don't want them to buy leather shoes or something like that, or order at Amazon or AliExpress. And they think that's very stupid. And
oh my goodness, Mom, she's so annoying.
Yeah. I'm very annoying. And when there are children over, and sometimes I say, oh, is this vegetarian or is this vegan? Do you eat? Yeah, and then I give a little lecture sometimes, and my children find that also very annoying, because I'm not about. Also, when I walk the dog, I'm not. I see the same people over and over again. So it's not just hello and bye, but you have a chat with each other. And I don't. I do tell them about veganism. When there is in the news that there is a dog very abused and it's very bad, and then I say, oh yeah, it's very bad. But what are you eating this evening? That's also very bad. They are abused too, and and I know some people they avoid me a bit. I think. Because of my opinions and and that I share my opinions also about.
At least you don't hide it. I mean, that's the thing. It's not.
No, and I don't. I'm not aggressive in that. No. I'm calm. When someone is very, in a way, aggressive to me, then I'm not a saint. So I can also be a bit bitchy, but or sometimes I'm very surprised sometimes about reaction of people. Some people they really say, oh no, I don't want to know that it's happened. I know, but I don't want to know it. I can't handle it. And I think when you can't handle it, then stop eating. You can do something about it. And I don't understand, and that can make me mad.
Yeah.
Do you recognize that?
Absolutely. I mean, I think also it's they are teachers for us as well. You know what I mean? Like, because I sometimes can get so caught up in like, I don't get it. Like, how can anybody? But then you also you got to think about like what their life is like, and a lot of times you see that actually the uncomfortableness is for them, not for you.
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting because it's like, well, you're more upset than me. So obviously this is not about me being vegan. It's about you not wanting. And I think a lot of times what I like is, I once saw this post on Instagram and it says, replace the word vegan with kind to animals. Like, I'm not ready to be kind to animals. I just want to be kind to animals. I try to be kind to animals. I stopped being kind to animals. And that's the thing, like, kind to animals is veganism. And so a lot of people aren't ready to make that step, but then you are the messenger, and then it's kind of like, oh, but you are in the wrong here. It's like, no, I'm the messenger, man.
And you're an extremist, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And apparently it's the message that's really bothering you, and it has nothing to do with you. So but I love that about you. I mean, I just you have such a because you have this, have also very a bubbly personality, and you're not afraid to talk to someone, and I think that's also amazing. It's and you can still be very kind to someone and smile and just tell them the truth, because the truth is uncomfortable for many people, but that's also what we learn in yoga, to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, because that's it. Many poses are super uncomfortable. You still have to be in there for 10 breaths. So that's the same with, like, I know that people come to my classes and they might be like, oh my God, she's going to talk about veganism again. How annoying. It's like, or even with Frank, like, I didn't even know him. I met him on the day, and I brought the soup with me, and I just said, like, yeah, aren't you called Better Earth Guerrilla? Everything should be vegan at all times. So weird. Like, and then I just looked at him with a smile, and he was a little bit like, okay, she just said it. But it's like, I didn't even really care what he was going to say back to me, because I know I made my point. And even if he chooses to, he can agree to disagree. I don't care. It's just me. It's important to put that point across and be lovingly firm and firmly loving. That's what I think we should be as activists. And you really are an activist in your own right, I feel, because what you're saying about, your children and their friends and your family, I mean, that's where it starts, and I'm sure when your kids grow up, they already are such beautiful young ladies. When they become young women and women in this world, they'll probably actually be grateful for it. But right now they're teenagers.
Yeah.
I think they are so lucky to have you there as a mother, because it might be annoying now, but later on, and you are still making them think, and that's also you're making them, giving them an independent mind also. You're making them think, and they start to question things, and they then will also keep doing that. And I think if there's one thing, even if they don't really like the veganism thing, they just learn to think for themselves.
But they love the meals. We go now. It's in
Better.
But when we visit restaurants, we always look at places with happy cow. When you go to a strange city or land, we always looking for places where we can eat or shop and live a normal life, not a geitenwolle soccer life.